Every year, people start their New Year's resolutions. And if you are even moderately aware of how it works, you're aware that, well, it doesn't tend to work out for most people. In this video, I'm going to talk about how you're going to make your New Year's resolutions work, even against all the odds. Because here's the thing, can't be afraid to fail. So every year, people at the beginning of the year have all these resolutions to lose weight, get into better shape. And statistically speaking, yes, most of those resolutions do tend to fail and sometimes feel miserable. We're not going to go into the numbers because I think there's enough negativity out there. And it's important, instead of talking about just what the negative is, talking about what's important is. But those numbers, those statistics about failure, really don't mean anything as far as you are concerned. What it means is you have to do a little bit more than you thought you might have to do in order to be successful. It's not impossible. I've had several clients over the years who have done seriously tremendous work. They started the first week of January. Now, I'm going to be honest and tell you that most people who start in January don't tend to do as well as those who sign up at other times of the year. That's just how it is. But it doesn't really apply to you because you are empowered with the reality that the statistics and the numbers only matter based on what you do. Your failure rate will always be 100% if you don't do anything. I want you to go out there. I want you to fail. I want you to go out there and not be afraid of failing. Because I think it's the fear of failure that stops so many of us from going forward. We want to be perfect. We want to make sure that we have this resolution, we don't break it, we don't mess with it. That's not what's important. All that matters is that we do our best to improve ourselves. And when we fall, we pick ourselves up. So I think what your resolution should be isn't so much a matter of trying to lose a certain amount of weight, trying to achieve a certain look, or increase your bench press, your squat, anything like that. What your resolution should be is to resolve to be forgiving to yourself if you fail, and also to be fearless. Have no fear whatsoever of doing things that you didn't think that you could. Because here's the thing, when people look at those who are successful in any field, you make it financial field, you make it bodybuilding, there's always that risk that you have to take. You're taking a risk to do what no one's done before. In so doing, people see what you achieve. They don't see how many times you fall on your face. And we don't talk about the importance of falling on your face, of completely messing everything up. Getting up, starting from scratch, and keeping on going. That's all that matters. This new year, I hope that's what you are brave enough to do. I hope that you become one of those brave enough to fail. Numbers mean nothing. If the unemployment rate in your country is 2%, which is ridiculously low, you don't have a job. As far as you're concerned, it'll be 100%. It works the other way around. If the odds are against you in terms of being able to be successful with your New Year resolution, completely not a problem, because what you're going to do is that you're going to make that resolution to keep on going, not just for the new year, with coming sunrise. Every sunrise is a reset. Whether you failed yesterday or you were successful, you have a chance to start anew. Very importantly, if you failed yesterday, learn something that's going to help you feel less or have a lesser chance of feeling if you keep on making the resolution today. If you have that perspective, aren't afraid to fail, and you go out, do your best, give it your utmost, and every single time you fall, you get back up. So remember, birds only learn to fly first, brave enough to take that step, fall. Only through falling that birds learn to fly. I want you to be brave enough to fall, brave enough to try. That's how you're going to soar. That's how you're going to do what you need to do. And every sunrise, you make that commitment. You are going to develop habit because that's what matters, not the motivation, not the enthusiasm. I think that's why so much New Year resolution tend to fail, based on sense of enthusiasm. Great, it's going to be fantastic. Motivated to do what you want to do because you fired up. That's not what gets marathon. Not pace yourself. You have to develop the habits to be able to do the same thing over and over. It's like brushing your teeth. That's how you smash your fitness goal. Not glamorous, not easy. That's how you do it. Every morning, ask yourself, if you're going to make resolutions, you have to make them every single morning until it becomes habit to do what you need. If you do that, if you're brave enough to do that, and if also you're kind to yourself when you fail, don't beat yourself up, but just pick yourself up, you'll be successful. I'm looking forward to seeing you soar this year. Thanks so much for tuning in. Do be sure to like and subscribe. Excelsior. Have a wonderful new year.